What unfolds when your sanctuary transforms into a war zone of treachery? Introducing Alex Johnson, a 38-year-old mechanical engineer hailing from Seattle, who transcends the mere act of building machines to infuse them with purpose. For Alex, his workshop transcends the mere presence of tools and blueprints. It is the very essence of his being, manifested in wood, steel, and the quietude that surrounds him. Each wrench finds its rightful spot, every shelf is crafted with care, and every corner resonates with the whispers of healing and growth. Yet, on a particular day, everything shifted. The laughter of a cousin, once cherished like a brother, echoed with a distinct resonance. The sanctuary was overtaken by an influx of unfamiliar faces. The tranquility shattered into chaos. And then, a banner. David's Workshop, open for business. A name that does not belong to you. An expanse that has slipped from your grasp. You envision investing your heart and soul into a creation, only to witness it snatched away by another, a person you once held in trust? This is more than merely Alex's tale. It serves as a reflection for those who have sacrificed for love, pondering the fate of that love when boundaries are breached. Remain with us, for this endeavor transcends the mere act of reclaiming a factory. It is about reclaiming yourself. Order, hit the bell icon, and join us in exploring how Alex's quiet strength transformed into his most profound declaration of self-worth. In Alex's formative years, family transcended mere obligation. It became a solemn vow, a vow steeped in steadfast love, unwavering loyalty, and unyielding support. We have just glimpsed his personal workshop, a sanctuary of sorts, yet Alex's heart has always been tethered to his family. Among his relatives, his cousin David occupied a unique position, frequently serving as a mentor and the brother Alex had always longed for. David's reassuring presence during his formative years transformed ordinary gatherings into treasured memories, creating a connection that was meant to withstand the test of time. Yet, the bonds of family, while often a source of solace, are not without their trials. At times, the most profound connections are those that endure the trials imposed by life's unforeseen challenges. With open arms, Alex embraces David's return, and a comforting wave of nostalgia for their childhood connection washes over them. Yet, the affection within a family can transform into a double-edged sword when boundaries begin to fade. Can the steadfast pillars of love and fidelity endure the trials of time and unforeseen challenges? What unfolds when these well-known bonds start to fracture under fresh pressures? Discover how Alex maneuvers through these challenges, a path that has the potential to either fortify or fracture the connections that once bound them so closely. We have just witnessed the profound connection between Alex and his family, particularly with his cousin David, who once took on the role of an older brother. After a long stretch of separation, David suddenly reemerges just as Alex finds himself lost in memories of the joyful childhood moments they once shared. With welcoming arms and a heart brimming with optimism, Alex beckons David into his cherished workshop, a realm that transcends mere tools. It serves as his sanctuary, his refuge. Unbeknownst to Alex, this moment marks the beginning of a transformation in their relationship. Initially, all appears to be innocuous. David's laughter resonates in the air, conjuring memories of more uncomplicated days. Gradually, David's ambition starts to reveal itself in unforeseen manners. What started as modest pleas to borrow tools swiftly evolves into an unexpected sense of entitlement that Alex never foresaw. The refuge Alex has constructed is gradually transforming into a platform for David's yearnings. Suddenly, David starts conducting business meetings in the workshop. Clients and colleagues drift in and out, often leaving a trail of chaos and confusion behind them. Tools lie in disarray, papers scatter haphazardly, and Alex's once hallowed sanctuary now stands as a mere echo of its glorious past. Amid the flurry of activity, the reverence for the workshop dissipates, leaving Alex to observe in despair as his sanctuary is thrown into disarray. The boundaries of friendship and transgression intertwine, leaving Alex grappling with an escalating tension that proves difficult to traverse. Have you ever invited someone into your world, yearning for a reconnection, only to watch as the circumstances unravel before your eyes? As the strain between Alex and David intensifies, it becomes evident that although familial bonds are invaluable, they can equally challenge the boundaries of our tolerance and empathy. This signifies the onset of a poignant odyssey for Alex, as the bonds of family loyalty intertwine with the quest for personal identity. What lies ahead for Alex? Discover David's return has ushered in unwelcome transformations within the workshop that Alex holds dear. A space that was once his most cherished refuge, now fading from his grasp. Envision stepping into a space that once served as your sanctuary, only to discover it has been overrun, transformed, and disregarded. That is precisely the sentiment that envelops Alex, an all-consuming feeling of violation. Each misplaced wrench and every screwdriver out of its designated spot serves not merely as a trivial inconvenience. It stands as a poignant reminder of the disregard for his personal space and, by extension, his very identity. Reflect on the oil stains marring the concrete floor, remnants of David's spontaneous gatherings. For Alex, those oil stains transcended mere disorder. They symbolized a profound betrayal of trust and boundaries, eroding the very foundation of their relationship. This was his sanctuary, a sanctuary that now teetered on the brink of ruin, burdened by the aspirations of another. Alex had always held a deep conviction regarding the sacredness of family, firmly believing that kin should offer refuge and unwavering support. Yet in this moment, David had caught him off guard, questioning the very foundations of what Alex cherished most. Stress infiltrated every corner of his existence, obscuring his thoughts and draining the precious hours he once dedicated to the sanctuary of his creativity. How had they arrived at this juncture? Could it have been unavoidable that their contrasting views on ownership would spark discord within the family? Every sound that reverberated through the tumultuous store now pierced Alex, etching an emotional anguish that no endeavor to bring back tranquility could ever obliterate. He observed the vibrant transformation, not merely of a common environment, but of beloved familial bonds. The ensuing silence hung thick in the air, laden with regret, drawing Alex further from the familial warmth that had once enveloped him in safety. We must reflect. Is it possible for the struggle of navigating familial strife to exist alongside the preservation of a safe haven? Or will one aspect ultimately yield to the other? When trust is fractured at its foundation, what steps can one take to restore relationships that once appeared invulnerable? As Alex grapples with these profound questions, he faces the challenge of determining what holds the greatest significance and how to proceed. What comes next? Let us uncover the truth. As Alex exits the truck, the autumn leaves crackle underfoot, a vivid juxtaposition to the inner turmoil brewing within him. Only moments ago, we explored the deep emotional struggle that Alex endures as he witnesses his beloved refuge gradually fade away. Yet today, as he steps back into his world, Alex's heart falters at the sight of the striking letters that declare his workshop's new identity. David's Workshop, open for business. The banner, boldly announcing a name that is not his, looms large, an unwelcome testament to an uninvited takeover. It feels as though another hand is inscribing its mark upon the essence of his being. As he approaches the workshop, the burden of his disappointment becomes increasingly oppressive with every step. Within the confines of the room, he discovered David, his cousin and former trusted confidant, cheerfully presenting the space to prospective clients entirely unaware of the quiet tempest brewing in Alex's gaze. The atmosphere brimmed with silent revelations that could no longer remain unheard. With a composed demeanor that concealed a tumultuous ocean of feelings, Alex confronted David. "Why is my name absent from something I created with my own hands?" he inquired, his tone gentle yet resolute. David, caught off guard, faltered in his explanations, painting a vivid tableau of collective advancement and reciprocal advantage. In that instant, the echoes of laughter and the warmth of nostalgia From years past fated against the starkness of the present reality, Alex stood resolute, unraveling the significance of ownership and respect, not merely in the material sense but in the emotional realm as well. He articulated with clarity that respect transcends mere public declarations. It is fundamentally rooted in one's private values. Alex's words lingered in the atmosphere, serving as a mirror that revealed the long overdue truths David had to confront. This moment marked a turning point, as Alex asserted his rightful claim, not merely to the space itself, but to the respect he had earned as its creator, its driving force, its very essence. As the confrontation nears its end, Alex comes to understand that this situation transcends a mere hijacked seminar. It revolves around the act of reclaiming his narrative, his entitlements, and the esteem he has rightfully garnered through years of devotion and hard work. In what manner will he endeavor to restore his rightful position within both his existence and his family? Let us delve into the realization that it was time to reclaim not just his workshop, but also his dignity and inner tranquility. Resolute and intent, Alex made his way back to his workshop, a realm where former allegiances clashed with current discontent. With a deep breath, he started to collect his tools, each representing a facet of his identity and a testament to years spent perfecting his art. As he gathered each wrench and screwdriver, a sense of relief washed over him, as if an unseen weight had been gently lifted from his shoulders. This gesture of reclaiming physical space conveyed profound meanings that transcended mere words. It signified the instant Alex redefined the contours of respect and ownership, both within the confines of his workshop and throughout his existence. Upon hearing the gratifying clank of metal settling back into its rightful position, he experienced a rush of empowerment. This transcended mere instruments or land. It was fundamentally about dignity. For Alex, this bold act of reclaiming what was rightfully his brought forth an unexpected moment of clarity. It imparted a lesson that would remain with him. At times, love for family necessitates the establishment of resolute boundaries. As he secured his hideout that day, tools stowed away and space restored, Alex experienced a surge of confidence. In confronting life's obstacles one resolute action at a time, this moment signifies not merely a physical reclamation of space, but also a symbolic reclamation of power, establishing a precedent for the manner in which he insists on being treated moving forward. What path will Alex embark upon? In what ways will this fresh resolve influence his connections in the future? Let us uncover the truth. In the recent events, Alex's courageous choice to take back his workshop stands as a significant testament to his self-assertion, embodying the vital lessons he has absorbed during this arduous journey. It served as a poignant reminder of the significance of establishing boundaries, a skill often overlooked yet vital for nurturing healthy relationships. Within the core of our most profound connections, be they familial or friendly, there exists a fundamental yearning for unwavering support and selfless sacrifice. Yet as Alex came to realize, these connections do not permit detrimental behaviors to flourish. A fundamental understanding here is that genuine family and friendship are rooted in mutual respect and open communication, rather than in a sense of obligation. It is essential to recognize that our personal space, whether it be physical or emotional, holds a sacred significance. Alex's experience highlights the importance of articulating one's needs, free from feelings of shame or guilt. In his unwavering resolve, he conveys a profound message. To love someone is not to surrender one's own identity to them. Within families, the lines can occasionally become indistinct, resulting in misinterpretations and even feelings of bitterness. Drawing a line might seem uncomfortable, yet such actions stem from love and respect, rather than distance or indifference. Imagine a scenario where Alex chose silence instead of voicing their thoughts. The strain had the potential to unravel their bond entirely, casting a shadow over all subsequent encounters. His bold confrontation transcended the mere act of reclaiming his workshop. It was also a quest for respect and the preservation of the dignity that defined their relationship. One might easily believe that the ties of family are indestructible, yet they require tender nurturing and mutual effort to thrive. Alex's narrative illustrates that permitting inappropriate behavior under the guise of familial ties diminishes not only our self-worth, but also the very foundation of the relationship. We must pause to consider, are our familial connections founded on principles of fairness and truth, or have they turned conditional, undermining the essence of mutual respect? As we progress, what steps can we take to maintain the strength of our relationships while establishing necessary boundaries? What steps can we take to cultivate a space where open and sincere conversation flourishes? What lies ahead in Alex's journey? Let us embark on a journey as we immerse ourselves in the insights and reflections that this experience has stirred, prompting each of us to assess our own family dynamics and the values that shape them. In contemplating Alex's journey, we unearth a significant truth. Healthy boundaries serve not as barriers, but as bridges that foster deeper connections. Understanding the importance of personal space, much like Alex's cherished workshop, can preserve the fragile equilibrium between affection and self-worth. Have you ever stood at a pivotal juncture in a family relationship, contemplating whether to voice your thoughts or remain quiet? Establishing boundaries may seem intimidating, yet they are crucial for fostering enduring connections. At times, we might find ourselves hesitating, apprehensive about the potential for conflict. Yet it is essential to recognize that when boundaries are communicated with care, they frequently serve as the bedrock for shared understanding and personal development. Envision a garden. When we allocate specific areas for various types of plants, each will flourish in its designated space, enhancing the beauty of the collective landscape. In a similar vein, by acknowledging our own needs within a family, we foster a more harmonious dynamic as a whole. Reflect on your personal journey. What limits have you established or aspire to establish in order to safeguard your well-being? As we progress, reflect on how Alex's newfound clarity embodies a broader reality. Families can confront us, yet they also lead us on a journey of self-discovery and resilience. What lies ahead for Alex's journey? Discover the truth in the concluding moment. In contemplating the significance of upholding healthy boundaries, we turn our attention to Alex's journey, a narrative that traverses the terrain from conflict to resolution. In reclaiming his workshop, Alex not only restored his sacred personal space but also reaffirmed his sense of self-worth. This action transcended mere physicality. It evolved into a potent emblem of establishing boundaries and asserting the need for respect. In navigating this challenging yet essential encounter with his cousin David, Alex forged a fresh paradigm for managing familial ties, one where love remains steadfast without undermining self-worth. He discovered that fostering a harmonious family environment often requires making difficult choices, even when they bring discomfort. This newfound equilibrium nurtured a profound sense of tranquility within Alex, illustrating that although familial interactions may be challenging, they also hold immense promise for development and insight. His journey serves as a poignant reminder that the trials we face with our loved ones, though daunting, can ultimately foster a profound appreciation for both ourselves and those we cherish. What fresh dynamics will emerge from Alex's family's experiences? In our quest for understanding and insight into our own lives, let us persist in delving into the essence of familial bonds. In contemplating Alex's journey, it becomes evident that the act of reclaiming his space not only restored a sense of order within his workshop, but also transformed his approach to familial connections. It serves as a profound reminder that love and respect are intertwined. As you journey through your family dynamics, keep in mind that boundaries are not barriers that divide loved ones, but rather pathways that foster healthier connections. Consider this. When did you last engage in a candid dialogue with a family member? Effective communication is essential. It has the potential to transform misunderstandings into avenues for profound connections and collective development. Family stands as one of our most cherished treasures, yet the reverence for one's individuality holds equal significance. Treasure those connections. Cultivate them with compassion and honest dialogue. Always remember the significance of harmonizing affection with self-worth. It is only through this process that we can genuinely flourish in unity, all the while respecting our unique realities. As we progress through our narrative, let us navigate this lesson in unison. Value the affection of your family, yet maintain a steadfast stance on your boundaries. What lies ahead for your family? As Alex demonstrated, take a moment to pause, express yourself with clarity, and you might be astonished by the harmony you can create.